A very good morning to all. I, Manoj Jain, extend a very warm welcome to all our shareholders, my colleague directors, chairperson audit committee, stakeholders relationship committee, and nomination and remuneration committee, joint statutory auditors, secretarial auditor, and all attendees of 37th AGM of Gail. In view of the challenges and the risk posed by continuing COVID-19 pandemic, and keeping in mind the safety and security of the members and employees of the company, this meeting is being convened through audio-video mode for the second time, in line with the circulars issued by Ministry of Corporate Affairs and SEBI. I now request Shri A.K. Jha, Company Secretary, to briefly inform you regarding participation in the meeting.
Thank you, sir. Dear members, the facility of joining the AGM through video conference has been made available to 1,000 members on first come, first served basis. All members who have joined this meeting are by default placed on mute mode by the moderator to avoid any disturbance arising from background noise and to ensure smooth and seamless conduct of the meeting. Once the question and answer session starts, the name of the members who have registered themselves as speakers will be announced one by one. The audio of respective speaker member will thereafter be unmuted by the moderator. Before speaking, the moderator is requested to click the video on button and wait till the video is on. If a member is not able to join through video for any reason, the member can speak through the audio mode. We request the speakers to use the earphones so that he or she can hear us clearly, minimize any noise in the background, ensure that Wi-Fi is not connected to any other devices, no other background applications are running, and there is proper lighting to have a good video experience. If there is a connectivity problem at the speaker member's end, we would invite the next speaker to join in. We request the members to be slow and loud while asking their questions so as to capture them correctly. During AGM, if any member faces any technical issues, he or she may contact the helpline number mentioned in the notice of the AGM. The register of directors and KMP and their shareholding in the register of contracts and arrangements have been made available electronically for inspection by the members during the AGM. Since there is no physical attendance of the members and in compliance with the circular issued by MCA and SEBI, the requirement of appointing proxies is not applicable. I now request Chairman Sir to continue with the proceedings of the meeting.
Thank you. Participation of members through video conference is being reckoned for the purpose of quorum as per the circulars issued by MCA and Section 103 of Companies Act 2013. We have the requisite quorum present through video conference to conduct the proceedings of this meeting. The quorum being present, I call this meeting to order. I now call on my fellow board members who are attending the meeting. Shri A.K. Tiwari, Director of Finance.
Namaskar, good morning to all.
Shri E.S. Ranganathan, Director of Marketing. Shri M.V. Iyer, Director of Business Development.
Namaskar.
Ms. Usha Suresh, Government Nominee Director and Chairperson of Audit Committee.
Namaskar.
Dr. Navneet Mohan Kothari, Government Nominee Director and Chairperson of Nomination and Remuneration Committee and Stakeholders Relationship Committee, is joining through VC from Ministry. Messrs. ASA and Associates LLP, Shri Praveen Kumar and Shri Prateet Mittal. And Messrs. AR and Company, Shri Pawan Goyal, Joint Statutory Auditors. Messrs. Agrawal and Associates, Secretarial Auditor, Shri S. Agrawal. Notice convening the AGM, the board's report and independent auditors report for the financial year ended 31st March 2021 along with the audited financial statements, has already been circulated to you, and with your permission, I consider them as read. Dear shareholders, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm good morning to each and every one of you. It's a pleasure to connect with you all once again virtually in view of ongoing pandemic. On behalf of Gail India Limited's Board of Directors, I thank you for joining us today at the 37th AGM of your company. I hope that each one of you is safe and is keeping good health. The year gone by has been quite challenging for all of us due to COVID-19 pandemic. It truly tested our mettle, wherein the whole humankind had to deal with a very different world than the one we have known before. Here I want to pay our sincere gratitude to all frontline workers who have been working tirelessly, combating COVID-19 and its ill effects. The supple yet firm and strong character of your company, built over the years, was put to strenuous test during these times, and your company emerged out of it relatively unscathed. With the pandemic far from over, as we continue to face emerging threats from new variants, we all must pay our best effort together to sail through this uncharted territory. We are fully confident that with the concerted and collaborative efforts, we would successfully overcome these challenges. It's an honor and satisfaction for me to address you again to share the performance highlights and the achievements of your company during the financial year 2020-21, its future outlook. Despite the initial contraction, our business has recovered and recorded a steady year of performance in 2021. This year, we have embarked upon the integrated reporting journey, which talks about your company's performance across the 6 capitals, contributing to the growth and sustained value creation. Your company puts its focus on the present, but always future. We have always strived to create sustainable value for all our stakeholders. Our shareholders have been provided with steady long-term returns on their investment through a consistent dividend distribution. Financial year 2021 was a challenging year for the entire sector due to COVID-19 pandemic's first and subsequent second wave. Despite the sluggish business environment, your company has paid dividend of rupees 5 per share, representing a healthy payout ratio of 45.8%. In financial year 2021, your company also rewarded the investors through a maiden share buyback amounting to rupees 1,046.35 crores, providing handsome returns to the investors. The market capitalization of your company has grown from rupees 34,480 crores as of 31st March 2020 to rupees 64,852 crores during August 2021, reflecting the trust and strong investor confidence. You will be happy to know that your company has performed consistently and improved its robust fundamentals despite growing complexity in the industry and continued uncertainty surrounding global economies. During the year under review, petrochemical business has exhibited exemplary performance with more than 100% capacity utilization. Your company has also achieved its highest ever annual sales of petrochemicals this year, with combined sales of over 1,180,000 tons per annum for Gail Pata and BCP. Your company also successfully maintained uninterrupted and safe operations of its pipeline systems and plants during the pandemic situation, ensuring continuous availability of natural gas, LPG, and other liquid hydrocarbons products to the critical sectors in the country. Although your company has witnessed some decline in gas demand during the initial months of the pandemic, the recovery post-September has brought our gas marketing and transportation business back on track to pre-COVID levels. We have maintained our strong Capex program, and in spite of various COVID-19 induced constraints, your company has made a Capex of around rupees 7,000 crores. Your company is currently executing approximately 6,000 kilometers of pipeline projects of its own and around 2,000 kilometers through two joint ventures as part of the national gas grid. PNGRB has authorized your company to execute 1,755 kilometer long Mumbai-Nagpur-Jharsuguda pipeline. Even during the immensely challenging times of COVID-19 pandemic, your company has made substantial progress in project execution and has commissioned over 1,000 kilometers of natural gas pipeline in FY 2021. Kochi-Mangalore 2 section of KKMBPL and Dobi-Durgapur section of the JHBDPL, also popularly known as the Pradhan Mantri Urja Ganga project, were dedicated to the nation by Honorable Prime Minister, expanding the reach of the natural gas network to eastern and southern India. With the commissioning of the Dobi-Durgapur section, the national gas grid has now covered West Bengal, Jagdishpur-Haldia, Bokaro-Dhamra pipeline and its extension Barauni-Guwahati pipeline will act as a feeder line to Northeast Regional Gas Grid, also known as Indradhanush Gas Grid, connecting East India with the national gas grid. In line with the government's vision of providing access to energy for all at affordable prices, your company, along with its group CGD subsidiaries and JV companies, have provided more than 1 million PNG connections to households, and 341 new CNG stations were commissioned in FY 2021. That needs a special mention. Your company currently owns and operates a network of around 13,700 kilometers of natural gas pipeline. The natural gas transportation segment has generated gross revenue of rupees 5,953 crores in FY 2021 with a transmission volume of 104.2 million standard cubic meters per day. Natural gas marketing remains one of the key core businesses of your company and providing a gross revenue of rupees 43,846 crores for the sale of 89.2 MMSCMD of gas during the financial year 2021. In the petrochemical segment, your company has achieved its highest ever production of 813,000 tons with 871,000 tons sales volume for Pata. To expand the customer base, your company has started an alternate supply chain by the online sale of the polymer through the web portal. The gross revenue of your company from petrochemical segment was rupees 7,061 crores in FY 2021. In the LPG and other liquid hydrocarbon segments, your company's gross revenue stood at rupees 3,961 crores. As a responsible corporate citizen, your company is committed to reduce its carbon emissions and intending to increase its reliance on renewable energy to meet its energy requirement. In addition to its existing renewable portfolio of over 130 megawatt, your company is also adding solar PV project of around 8 megawatt at various sites. To complement its LNG trading business, your company has chartered a newly built LNG vessel, Gail Bhuvan, from Mitsui OSK Lines in March 21. Further, your company has developed the in-house capability to manage LNG vessels chartered by Gail and even started generating revenue from freight trading. Your company exceeded the required statutory spending of 2% of the average net profit of the three immediately preceding financial years on CSR activities. As a responsible organization, your company has contributed over rupees 80 crore in various COVID-19 relief measures, including rupees 50 crores towards PM CARES Fund. Despite the pandemic, highest number of apprentices were engaged by your company during FY 2021. Gail's Skill Institute in Nagaram, Andhra Pradesh was accredited with a 5-star rating, and GSI Guna was certified with a 4-star rating under Skill Management and Accreditation of Training Center. Further, the flagship CSR program Utkarsh Super 100 has been acknowledged in the paper published by Harvard Business School titled Super 30 Educating the Elite Poor, dated 1st July 2020. Digital strategy is one of the critical pillars of Strategy 2030, the business strategy of Gail. Your company has made significant investments in digital assets and new technologies, intending to address the company's future needs and to improve the overall efficiency. Your company has taken various digital initiatives like the introduction of the digital worker for its robotic process automation, digitization of contractor payment processing, digitization of employees' payment to give a boost to the Digital Yatra, which your company has embarked upon to manage its operations and activities even during the pandemic. Natural gas trading and transportation invoice generation through BOT has been successfully tested and e-invoicing has been implemented under GST. Bharat Bill Pay system has been implemented in CGD business to enable consumers to pay online through mobile. Implementation of suitable digital solutions has helped your company to place orders and contracts worth rupees 6,193 crore despite COVID-19 challenges without any complications and within the rigid timelines. Your company has always been progressive in implementing leading practices. We are pleased to present our first ever integrated annual report for FY 2021, following the International Framework of Integrated Reporting. This next generation annual report aims to provide an insight into your company's resources and relationships that are known as the capitals and how the company interacts with the external environment and the capitals to create value. The integrated report highlights our value creation journey by focusing on our performance on the 6 capitals, which are financial capital, intellectual capital, natural capital, manufactured capital, social and relationship capital, and human capital. Risk management, governance, outlook, and strategy, as well as adherence to a sustainable future. Your company is committed to conducting business using the highest standards of governance, ethics, and integrity. Its strong and effective governance framework supports these values by addressing the potential risk crucial for its business and helps align the management responsibility with the board's strategic foresight of the organization. The values set by the board are embraced by all employees in the company. Your company has been demonstrating highest standards of ethical governance practices. I feel proud to share with you that for the 12th year in succession, Gail has received nil comments from the CAG on financial statements for FY 2021. The test of character and effective corporate citizenship lies in whether an organization behaves ethically during pleasant as well as trying times. With the integrity pledge, your company continues with its commitment to responsibly lead by example and maintain highest standards of integrity, transparency, and good governance in all aspects of its operations, and safeguard against corruption and other unethical practices. Your company's robust policies play an important role in instilling these values in its systems. Your company has been complying with the requirements of corporate governance as enunciated in the SEBI regulations and DPE guidelines on corporate governance, except for requisite number of independent directors on its board and composition of audit committee and NRC, for which we are regularly following with our ministry. The global energy sector is witnessing a paradigm shift in recent years as the world is transitioning to a sustainable energy future. To accomplish a cleaner primary energy mix for India, the Indian government is emphasizing on the expansion of India's natural gas sector and is also laying a roadmap for achieving a gas-based economy along with growth in renewables. To boost the gas-based economy, the government has announced various reforms in the gas sector, giving the much needed thrust to the industry. As a leading integrated energy major, your company has aligned itself with the government's vision to play a vital role in the fast-growing energy sector in the country. We are already making confident strides towards making vision of gas-based economy a reality. The development of the Indian gas market is a key focus area of your company. Maintaining the leadership position in the core businesses, including gas transportation, marketing, and LNG remains key focus areas. Your company has the largest and most diverse LNG portfolio in India that can offer both stable prices and reliable supply to consumers. Your company shall be pushing for higher gas uses in the industrial segment, transport segment using CNG and LNG, tri-generation, cold storage, etc. Further, your company is looking for avenues to supply gas in the new segments like LNG trucking, that is LNG for long-haul transportation. Your company is looking to expand its presence in petrochemicals and also diversifying into high-margin downstream businesses. The focus is on having polypropylene production capacity through setting up 2 polypropylene units through propane dehydrogenation, propylene, polypropylene plant PDH-PP in Usar, Maharashtra, and polypropylene plant at Pata, Uttar Pradesh, and assessing opportunities in certain specialty chemicals in India. Your company has successfully completed the licensor selection process for both the PDH-PP and PP units during the year. With the forthcoming capacity additions, your company will have a more balanced and diversified polymer portfolio of over 1,600,000 tons per annum, consisting of both polyethylene and polypropylene. Your company is also promoting India's first ever cold gasification-based ammonia urea project through Thalchar Fertilizer Limited via JV mode, and its financial closure has been concluded in June 2021. Your company will be selectively investing in renewable energy domain given the future growth potential, and is also supporting Government of India's initiative towards meeting India's INDC commitments on climate change. Your company has been scouting for opportunities to scale up the RE portfolio from the current 130 megawatt through bidding and other inorganic routes such as mergers and acquisition. In addition, your company is also foraying into ethanol and hydrogen generation. To promote new technologies, your company has invested in startups that focus on electric vehicles, digitizations, etc. Under Satat initiative, a pilot project of 5 tons per day compressed biogas plant at Ranchi, Jharkhand is being implemented in sync with government's vision of pursuing low carbon pathways and will benefit environment and boost India's Urja Atmanirbharta and also further economic growth by revitalizing rural economies. Thus, your company is continuously exploring new business opportunities that can offer substantial growth along with portfolio diversification. Before I conclude, on behalf of the Board of Directors, I wish to convey our sincere regards and deep gratitude to our valued stakeholders for continued support and trust. You always have been the motivational force that has facilitated us to move ahead and achieve targets despite the numerous challenges. I also put my heartfelt appreciation for all Gail employees who took on a courageous responsibility with a commitment to ensure energy and feedstock supplies even during the worst COVID-19 situation. They are the backbone of your company, and they have put their best efforts day after day to transform your company and to make it more competitive. I would like to conclude by saying that your company is not only resilient enough to go through this tough time, but also to shape the energy future. We will keep working to make a difference in your life and to enhance the quality of your life through clean energy and beyond. Thank you. Now I request Company Secretary to inform everyone about the agenda of the meeting as well as the e-voting process.
Thank you, sir. There are no qualifications, observations, or comments of joint statutory auditors on the financial statements for the financial year 2021 in the independent auditor's report. Further, CAG have issued nil comments on the financial statements for the year ended 30th March 2021. During the period under review, your company has complied with all the applicable provisions of the Companies Act, SEBI LODR Regulations 2015, and other applicable laws, except composition of the board, audit committee, and NRC, and performance evaluation of the directors, which are not within the control of your company and are within the purview of Government of India, being the appointing authority to appoint, nominate and evaluate the performance of directors. As per the notice of the AGM, resolutions are proposed for approval by the members for the following business items. Ordinary business, proposed to be passed through ordinary resolution. First, adoption of audited standalone as well as consolidated financial statements of the company for the year ended 31st March 2021, board's report and auditor's report. Second, to confirm the payment of first interim and second interim dividend already paid in February 2021 and March 21 respectively. Third, reappointment of Shri E.S. Ranganathan, Director Marketing, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. Fourth, authorization to the Board of Directors to fix the remuneration of joint statutory auditors for the financial year 2021-22. Special business, proposed to be passed through ordinary resolution. Fifth, approval for appointment of Shri M.V. Iyer as Director Business Development. Sixth, ratification of remuneration payable to cost auditors for financial year 2021. Seventh, approval of material related party transactions with Petronet LNG Limited. In line with the provisions of the Companies Act and SEBI LODR, the company has provided a remote e-voting facility to the members who had cast their vote on all the resolutions. The remote e-voting commenced on 5th September 21 9 a.m. IST and ended on Wednesday 8 September 2021 5 p.m. IST. Facility for e-voting at the meeting is also provided to the members who have attended today's AGM through VC and who could not exercise their vote through remote e-voting. Members may please go to the links provided by respective e-voting service providers and cast their vote as per the instructions provided in the AGM notice. Members who have already exercised their vote through remote e-voting will not be allowed to vote again. Shri Sachin Agrawal, Practicing Company Secretary, has been appointed as scrutinizer for finalizing the voting results of this meeting. Further, in terms of Regulation 44 of SEBI LODR, the company is also providing one-way live webcast of the proceedings of the annual general meeting for the shareholders today from 11:30 a.m. onwards till conclusion of the AGM. You may access the same at Gail's website, www.gailonline.com. As per the requirements of secretarial standards, CMD is requested to explain the objective and implications, if any, of the resolutions enlisted in the AGM notice. Over to you, sir.
Item 1, resolution is placed for approval of the shareholders for adoption of the audited standalone as well as consolidated financial statement for the financial year ended 31st March 2021. Board's report, independent auditor's report, and the comment thereon of the Controller and Auditor General of India as per the requirements of the Companies Act 2013. Item 2, resolution is placed to confirm the payment of first and second interim dividend at the rate of 25% each, that is rupees 2.5 per equity share on the paid up equity share capital of the company, already paid in the month of February 21 and March 21 respectively. Item 3, resolution is placed for approval of the shareholders for reappointment of Shri E.S. Ranganathan, who was appointed as Director Marketing with effect from 1/7/2020, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment as per the provisions of the Companies Act 2013. Item 4. Gail being a government company, statutory auditors are appointed by the CAG. Resolution is placed for approval of the shareholders to authorize the Board of Directors to fix the remuneration of the joint statutory auditors for the financial year 2021 and 22 as per the provisions of Companies Act 2013. Item 5. Shri M.V. Iyer was nominated as Director Business Development by the President of India, while letter dated 25th of November 2020. He was appointed as an additional director with effect from 25/11/2020 by the Board of Directors. Resolution is placed for approval of the shareholders to appoint Shri M.V. Iyer as Director Business Development, liable to retire by rotation as per the provisions of the Companies Act 2013. Item 6. In terms of the Companies Act 2013 and rules made thereunder, the Board of Directors approved the appointment and remuneration of cost auditors for the financial year 2021. Resolution is placed for ratification of the remuneration paid to the cost auditors for the financial year 2021. Item 7. Petronet LNG Limited is a related party of the company. The transaction with PLL for FY 21-22 is expected to exceed 10% of the consolidated annual turnover of the company for FY 21-22. The transactions with PLL are in the ordinary course of business and on arm's length basis. Resolution is placed for approval of the shareholders for material related party transactions with Petronet LNG Limited during the financial year 21-22 and for subsequent financial years. The transactions are in the ordinary course of business and on arm's length basis, which may exceed the materiality threshold limit, that is exceeding 10% of the annual consolidated turnover of the company as per the last audited financial statements or such other threshold limit as may be specified in SEBI LODR Regulation 2015 from time to time. May I now request the members to raise queries relating to the items of business as mentioned in the notice, with a view to facilitate participation of more members and to provide equal opportunity to speak. The time allotted to each member is maximum 2 minutes. Personal issues, grievances, matters relating to policy and other general queries, if any, may be taken up at other appropriate forums to save time for having a meaningful interaction on the business in hand. May I request each member to kindly identify by name, DP and client ID or portfolio number. Members are requested to confine their queries on the financial statements, board's report, and business items of the annual general meeting. Members are requested to avoid repetitive queries, public observations already raised by other members so as to enable adequate time to other shareholders and to provide response to the queries. The queries received from the shareholders during conduct of the meeting and who have not registered themselves as a speaker shall be answered suitably via email. Moderator will now call those members one by one who have registered themselves as a speaker to speak. The moderator is requested to monitor the time.
Thank you, sir. Dear shareholders, thank you for joining Gail's 37th AGM today, for taking out your valuable time to participate in the proceedings. The first speaker shareholder for the day is Shri Rajnikant Jain. Sir, you are requested to unmute your audio, please. Switch on the webcam.
Thank you.
Please raise your query, sir.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Respected Chairman, Directors, and fellow shareholders. At the outset, I, Rajnikant, Company Secretary ONGC, convey the greetings to one and all on behalf of Shri Subhash Kumar, Chairman ONGC Group of Companies, and the Board of Directors of ONGC. ONGC, as the largest shareholders of Gail, heartily appreciates the management for achieving laudable performance during the year 2020-21. ONGC management decided to support all the resolutions as proposed in the notice of this meeting and has accordingly cast a vote in favor of all resolutions. Third, ONGC appreciates Gail management for maintaining uninterrupted and safe operations of pipeline system and plants to ensure availability of natural gas and LPG to the essential sectors in the country, even at the difficult times of pandemic. We appreciate Gail for achieving highest ever production of 813 KTA of polymers, which is more than the rated design capacity, and marketing sales of 871 KTA during the year, despite severe constraints on account of COVID-19 pandemic. As every sphere of business stands impacted globally due to the COVID-19 pandemic, our nation is no exception, and all of us have been facing unprecedented challenges. Of course, the COVID-19 has also opened up certain new welcome opportunities for running business more efficiently. For example, today, all we are attending this meeting from our respective locations with greater ease, no travel cost, no travel hassles, or no loss of time due to travel. In fact, general meetings through video conferencing had provided equal opportunity across the globe and justifying the term equity among us shareholders. Sir, we strongly feel that virtual meeting should continue in future in the larger interest of shareholders' participation. Needless to say that it has offered opportunity to the company for valuable inputs even from far-flung shareholders. Chairman, sir, we appreciate the excellent arrangement and efforts of all those who involved in the seamless arrangement of this meeting through VC, particularly Company Secretary, his team, Infocom team, public relation teams, and all other associated executives. But for the minute and meticulous arrangement, this meeting would have not been made this AGM a grand event. Chairman, sir, ONGC firmly believes that Gail management would take all efforts and keep moving forward in achieving its target and delivering to the complete satisfaction of all the shareholders, including ONGC, the second largest shareholders, next only to the Government of India. Last but not least, on behalf of ONGC, I place on record our sincere appreciation and gratitude to all the fellow shareholders for attending this meeting and sparing their valuable time and making this AGM a grand and fruitful event. Namaskar, Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajnikant ji. We also fully appreciate the support provided by the ONGC team to Gail team as well as the ONGC management in conducting our business. You are one of our biggest suppliers also. So we appreciate the efforts taken by ONGC in conducting Gail's business smoothly, and also the appreciation bestowed upon by the management of ONGC. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Next speaker shareholder is Shri Ajay Kumar Jain.
नमस्कार सर, मैं दिल्ली से अजय कुमार जैन कंपनी का शेयर होल्डर बोल रहा हूँ। कंपनी ने जो एनुअल रिपोर्ट भेजी थी
Please switch on your camera.
नहीं, कैमरा नहीं है मैम उसमें। नमस्कार सर, मैं दिल्ली से हाँ, दिल्ली से अजय कुमार जैन शेयर होल्डर बोल रहा हूँ। कंपनी ने जो हमारे को एनुअल रिपोर्ट भेजी थी वो बिल्कुल स्पष्ट थी। जो मेरे मन में कंपनी के बारे में कोई फाइनेंशियल्स या प्रोजेक्शंस के बारे में क्वारीज थी, वो चेयरमैन साहब ने अपनी स्पीच बहुत सुंदर में देके मेरे प्रश्नों का उत्तर प्रश्न करने से पहले दे दिया। ये उसके लिए उनको बधाई है। कंपनी ने कहा कि कैग ने हमारे को कोई नेगेटिव रिपोर्ट नहीं दी। सर, गेल का और आपकी जो कार्य प्रणाली है उसको देख के क्या शेयर होल्डर भी आपके प्रति कोई नेगेटिव रिपोर्ट कभी देने की बजाय सोच भी नहीं सकते सर, क्योंकि गेल का मतलब है कि जिसने इतनी बीमारी के माहौल में भी अपने कार्य को बिल्कुल आगे बढ़ाते रहे, करते रहे। जो प्रधानमंत्री जी का सपना है कि आत्मनिर्भर भारत और मेक इन इंडिया जो प्रोजेक्ट है उसमें गेल सबसे आगे इस काम में उनका साथ दे रहा है। ये आपका नेतृत्व कुशलता ही है सर। हम है ना, जो आपकी सबसे बड़ी एक तारीफ क्वालिटी है वो ये कि आप जो फेसबुक के माध्यम से हमें कंपनी के जब से स्थापना हुई है उसका एक एक अपडेट देते हैं और क्वेश्चंस भी करते हैं सर। उसका ना ये हम रिप्लाई देते हैं, कभी कोई ना प्रमाण पत्र या ऐसा आता है, क्योंकि हम हमेशा उसको क्विज में भाग लेते हैं। यदि उसको देखा जाए, क्वेश्चन कभी ना हुआ है ना कभी होगा। इस टाइम आपके साथ जो जब हमारी फिजिकल एजीएम होती थी, आप जो हमारे को पारिवारिक माहौल में हमारी मेजबानी करते थे वो बहुत याद आ रही है, क्योंकि जैन साहब का जो नेतृत्व है और कार्य प्रणाली वो ऐसे कर्मयोगी की तरह है। जब और उनके नेतृत्व में कंपनी आगे ही बढ़ती रहेगी, ऐसा पहले भी विश्वास था और आगे भी रहेगा। सेक्रेटरी साहब का तो कहने आपके आजू बाजू में हमारे तिवारी जी और जहां साहब बैठे हैं, कंपनी सेक्रेटरी और सीएफओ, वो आपके दो बाजू हैं। और पूरी मैनेजमेंट तो है ही, लेकिन ये भी आपके जहां साहब हमारे शेयर होल्डर का विचार आपके सामने रखते हैं और तिवारी जी ग्रुप में सीएफओ जो है वित्त की तरफ देखते हैं। सब कुछ बढ़िया है सर, प्रेजेंटेशन बहुत बढ़िया आ रहा है और आवाज और क्वालिटी बिल्कुल स्पष्ट आ रही है। ये आपने बहुत अच्छी मेहनत करी है सर। एक छोटी सी रिक्वेस्ट है, एक तो जो हमारा गुना वाला जो आपने इंस्टीट्यूट बताया है वो नजदीक है। कभी हम तो इस उम्र में आ गए कि दाखिला देख नहीं पाएंगे, लेकिन यदि कभी संभव हो तो हमें विजिट कराया जाए। और सर, एक हार्ड कॉपी में हमारे यशस्वी चेयरमैन साहब का ऑटोग्राफ करके हमें बाई पोस्ट भेजा जाए तो वो हमारी होम कलेक्शन में काफी काम आएगा। अच्छे भविष्य के लिए शुभकामनाएं। नमस्कार, जय हिंद।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आपने जिस तरह से कंपनी का साथ दिया और इसकी प्रशंसा की है, हम सभी का उससे उत्साहवर्धन हुआ है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. The next speaker shareholder is Shri H.S. Patel. Sir, you're requested to unmute your audio, please, and switch on the camera.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Thank you. I'm Mrs. H.S. Patel from Mumbai. Greetings for the day from all the shareholders of Mumbai. Respected Chairman, Mr. Manoj Jain ji, Chairman and Managing Director, Director Projects, Director HR. Sir, I'm really wondering one thing, that how you are able to manage of such a big government company. You're managing as a chairman, as a managing director, project department, HR department. I really salute you and I congratulate you for doing excellent work for us. Thank you so much. I also am grateful to all the on the board, the eminent directors, Ranganathan, Iyer sir, etc. I'm thankful even to our CFO, the finance director, Mr. Tiwari, and above all, our company secretary, Mr. A.K. Jha, and his team consisting of Sarvesh Sane and Nikhil Joshi. Thank you very much for being helpful. I'm also thankful to OAVC and to the moderator for allowing me to participate in this Gail's 37th AGM of today. Being in Bombay, I'm sitting at my place and I'm able to be a speaker at this OAVC. Now I put forth my questions. Sir, the time limit of 2 minutes is very, very crucial. It is impossible. Berkshire also where they take the most important finance and abroad, they are also taking right from morning 9 o'clock to night 9 o'clock. The whole day the meeting goes on. The people are given at least 7 to 10 minutes to speak. Here you are giving restricting us in 2 minutes. Only salutation will take away 2 minutes. Anyway, I'll be brief. Uh, s- mm, uh, I congratulate the company for all the various awards and accolades that the company has received. Your CSR activity has also been very good. Sir, your first quarter results, which today I have seen, is the revenue from operations stands at 173.86.63. PAT stands at 1529.92. Good results for the first quarter. My second point is, sir, your finance, you're having a team of employees as mentioned in your annual report as 4,705. You have made an investment of 37,000 crores. Your equity stands as 46,611, but your liabilities are so much, 26,699 crores. If you can explain this, sir. Your inventories are of course down. That's a good point. But PAT, income, revenue, and EPS is down. Of course, this is due to pandemic. We can also understand. But sir, your cash balance has increased from 624, almost more than double, to 1506 crores. Could you let us know the reasons for the same increase in cash balance? With the price of natural gas increasing, how will it impact the company? Will it be favorable? I'm sure it will be a favorable impact on the company. What is your opinion, sir? Currently, we have a dividend payout of approximately 46%. Do we have any chance of increasing the dividend payout in the future? We have a debt of 5991 crores. And 20 crores you are spending on R&D, as mentioned in your annual report. So, is the consolidation, is it that consolidation debt? And if not, how much is the consolidated debt, total debt? What is the cost of borrowing? Can we expect Gail to be a debt-free company? And when? Sir, what is the impact of EV vehicles gaining traction in our present and future? On page 101, it was surprising to read that roughly 23% of shareholders are holding 10 or less than 10% of share. Is there a cost which the company has to bear when an individual holds less than that? Any plans of the company to increase the stake in Mahanagar Gas, Indraprasth Gas? Do we have any cross holdings in ONGC and of course, we must be having ONGC and IOC cross holdings. How much percentage do we hold, sir? We have received a bonus share in 17, 18, 19, continuous for 3 years. We are very much grateful to Gail for that. Being a COVID time, we can understand. When would be the next bonus shares you are planning in the coming years? Sir, our dividend yield for the few years have been decreasing. Will this be borne or will we see a higher dividend going forward? How clean effect of energy will be on our business moving ahead? These are my questions, sir. I have one very crucial request. See, sir, we are shareholders of the company, where we are well wishers of the company. But if we do not receive annual report physically, it becomes very difficult for us to read the report, because it is not possible for us to get computer, since it's work from home and children use that in working from home. And on the mobile, if we try to see through the annual report on the mobile, it becomes very tedious. It's very shaky type. Our eyes are straining too much. I'm sure that the directors sitting on the board are also very senior people. I'm sure they are able to understand what I'm trying to convey the message. And sir, your speech, what you have given was very excellent. You have using the capital to create value, giving staunch importance to performance of the company. So, as far as the compliance work is concerned, it is very essential that if not the company secretary, the assistant company secretary or whoever, at least they should ring us up at least once in a year. We are
Ma'am, you're
shareholders.
requested to wrap up your questions, please. We have other shareholders in the queue.
Yes, ma'am, I'll be doing that. Please give me a few minutes. Sir, compliance is very essential, and annual report is also essential. But at least call us up even at least once in a year. There are hardly 10, 15, or at the most 20, 25 speakers. You can ring up in the whole year at least. If you ring us up, we will be grateful for it. That at least you take us into. I'm not telling you to ring up 5,000, but keep the names of the speakers ready with y'all for the next AGM, so that you can send them at least photocopy or Xerox copy of the report from the email, and you deliver it to us. We will be very much grateful. Do some compliance work. Ring us up. We will know that you at least know that we are the shareholders. Not that अरे साल में एक टाइम होता है, एक दिन होता है, 2 घंटा 3 घंटा पास कर लो, फिर कौन पूछता है वो लोग को. We feel very bad with this, So I request you to please take us into consideration at least in the next year. And moderator, I'm sure you will also realize that 2 minutes is not enough. In the whole year, we are getting only once in a year to speak. And if you are at least you are literate person, I'm sure you will be able to understand that a textbook cannot be 400 pages textbook cannot be read in 1 hour or 2 hours and cannot be shortened in 2-minute speech. Okay? So please give us time, good time to us to speak. It is once in a year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. First of all, let me thank you and all the shareholders, because of the support of these shareholders, especially the enlightened shareholders like you, because of which we get the encouragement to grow the company on the path forward. Regarding your suggestions, we have noted them, madam, and we will try to incorporate most of them in the next year's AGM based on the whatever you have said and whatever that practically feasible. Definitely, we will try to incorporate that. We appreciate your suggestions. Regarding your few of the queries, let me just tell about, you asked about the cash balance, dividend, cost of borrowing. So regarding cash balance, there is a minor difference. But if you look from the turnover of the company, this is hardly any number, because our billing and our invoices are generated. So if suppose somebody pays on 1st or somebody pays on 31st, that itself can make the difference of cash balance. So from that perspective, the cash balance is within that range, which is a normal range, and it's hardly less than 2% always. You asked about the dividend. As you know, and you are the long time shareholder of Gail, that Gail has been a consistent dividend paying company, and we take care of our shareholders by paying the consistent dividend. Even during pandemic, we have paid twice the interim dividends, which is you can assume that the shareholders also appreciated, most of the shareholders. This year also, as you said, we will work on the dividends, how it can be paid, and how we can work on these by consulting all our major shareholders, and then definitely we'll work on the dividend numbers. The debt is, as far as the debt is concerned, our debt equity ratio is around 0.13 to 0.14, which is very, very healthy number. And you can be rest assured that our company is almost as good as debt-free company, and we have the capability to raise around 10 times of what present debt is there. So we are there to reduce the debt, but at the same time, we would also like your company to be a growth-oriented company. And since there are many new opportunities are coming our way, especially due to the changing business environment, new and renewable energy, we would also like to be the part of this growth journey. So we would like to even increase the debt to grow the company so that you get dividends in the future. That is our philosophy. The cost of borrowing, let me, as you already appreciated, let me again appreciate our finance team. They have done a remarkable job of reducing the cost of borrowing by at least around 2% during 1 year. And they have even rescheduled and prepaid few of the loans, and they have taken fresh loans at a lower rate. So from that perspective, our cost of borrowing has been substantially reduced. It is among the healthy cost of borrowings. And I can tell you the entire market is readily willing to give debt to your company without any SLs or without any guarantees. Such is the reputation of your company. You asked about the price of natural gas, and since you are an informed shareholder, you know that once the price of natural gas increases, our company also has long-term portfolios which are at the constant prices. So definitely, when the spot prices go higher than the long-term prices, we are in a better position, which we are trying to reap. At the same time, we have also long-term consumers to whom we meet the requirement as per their long-term contracts, so that they also do not face inconvenience due to such high prices. So ours is a portfolio where, for the stability purpose, we keep 70 to 80% on a long-term basis, and maybe 10 to 20% or 25% on the spot basis. So yes, it does affect, but it does not keep us volatile despite such a volatile spot environment. Regarding EV vehicles, you asked, EV is coming up, but it is started on a very minuscule scale. But definitely it is going to come up, but it can only be a sustained way of life once the electricity produced for charging these EVs is also in a sustainable way. As of now, our power requirement is mostly through fossil fuels or coal. So definitely, as of now, EVs are not the green vehicles the way it is ensured, but slowly they are picking up. Once our renewable energy portfolio also increase in line with the government's vision for 450 gigawatt by 2030, definitely this will pick up. But I can tell you, our country is also growing. It's a growing economy, and there is ample scope and room for everyone. And your natural gas being the most clean fossil fuel, definitely we are in a sweet spot for next 10 to 20 years. There are no issues as far as demand is concerned. It is going to grow, even despite the EVs growing, renewable energy growing. At the same time, our natural gas requirement will also grow. Thank you, madam, and thanks for your suggestions. We have taken note of it, and we'll try to incorporate most of them to the next AGM.
Thank you, sir. The next speaker shareholder is Shri Satish Kumar Sinha. Sir, you're requested.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Good morning, respected board members. This is SK Sinha from Noida. First of all, I would like to thank Gail management for giving me this opportunity. Sir, I have a small questions. What is the extent plan for the construction of breakwater facility at Dabhol and utilization of regasification terminal, sir?
At Dabhol, the Konkan LNG Limited, as we have informed through our annual report also, now we hold equity of around 92% in it, and we have taken over the share of lenders as well as NTPC. So now it is a subsidiary of Gail, and keeping in view that we need to utilize its full potential, the award for breakwater job has been already done, and it was done on the February 2020, and then we are now progressing well. And despite COVID pandemic, there is some delay, but L&T being one of the major contractors, we expect that this delays also will be to some extent made up, and we expect that by 2023 monsoon period, when the Dabhol is requiring the breakwater, it will be available. Definitely, we are also trying that in 2022 also, if some portion of it can be made ready and some of the cargoes can be brought. But 2023 monsoon, definitely we'll be able to utilize the Dabhol terminal to its full potential of 5 million tons. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
For nice clarification, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. The next speaker shareholder is Shri Santosh Kumar Saraf. Sir, please unmute your audio and video and raise your query, please.
1 minute, madam, 1 minute. I sharing my video. आदरणीय सभापति जी, उपस्थित निवेश सदस्यगण, मेरे शेयरहोल्डर भाइयों बहनों, मेरा नाम संतोष कुमार श्राप, मैं कलकत्ता से बोल रहा हूं सर। सर्वप्रथम आप सभी को मेरा नमस्कार सर। आशा करता हूं आप जितने भी हमारे अधिकारीगण हैं, जितने भी भाई बहन हैं, जितने भी हमारे अधिकारीगण और कर्मचारी हैं, इस कोविड के अंदर में सुरक्षित और स्वस्थ होंगे सर। सर, मैं उन भाइयों और उन कर्मचारियों के लिए अपनी संवेदना प्रकट करना चाहता हूं जो इस कोविड के अंदर में हमें छोड़ के चले गए। भगवान से प्रार्थना करता हूं, भगवान उनकी आत्मा को शांति प्रदान करे और उनके परिवार को हिम्मत दे, जिससे वो इसे अपने दुख भरी घड़ी से जल्दी उभर के नॉर्मल लाइफ में आए सर। इसके लिए मैं भगवान से हाथ जोड़ के प्रार्थना करता हूँ सर। सर, आपका कैपेक्स प्लान क्या है ये बताइएगा सर। और ये बताइएगा सर कि आपने रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग के बारे में क्या कदम उठाए हैं, इसके बारे में बताइएगा सर। और अभी जो कैपेसिटी उसको बढ़ाने के लिए क्या कदम उठा रहे हैं, ये भी बताने का कष्ट करिएगा सर। सर, एक ये बताइएगा रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी के बारे में क्या कदम उठा रहे हैं आप और उसकी कैपेसिटी प्रेजेंट में क्या है सर। सर, एक और ये बताने का कष्ट करिएगा सर, सिंगल यूज प्लास्टिक को कम से कम यूज हो, इसके लिए आप क्या कदम उठा रहे हैं, ये बताने का कष्ट करिएगा सर। एक सर, अपने जितने भी एम्प्लॉई हैं और कैजुअल एम्प्लॉई हैं, उनकी फैमिली को कितने परसेंट एम्प्लॉय को वैक्सीन लग चुकी है सर, और 100% वैक्सीन करने के लिए जल्द से जल्द आप क्या कदम उठा रहे हैं, क्या स्टेप आपने लिए हैं, उनको बताने का कष्ट करिएगा सर। सर, एक तो आपने डिविडेंड बहुत दिया है, इसके लिए मैं मैनेजमेंट को बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूँ। पूरा पेट मन भर दिया डिविडेंड दे के, आप इसके लिए धन्यवाद देता हूँ सर। एक आपको अवार्ड्स और रिवार्ड्स मिले, उसके लिए हमारे कर्मचारियों को धन्यवाद देता हूँ, जिनके कारण हमें ये अवार्ड्स और रिवार्ड्स मिलते हैं सर। उनकी मेहनत का फल है कि हमें रिवार्ड्स। और सर, एक आपसे हाथ जोड़ के रिक्वेस्ट है सर कि ये ना किसी को भी ज्यादा मत बोलने दीजिए, नहीं 10-10 मिनट अगर बोलेंगे वो लोग तो हम लोग फिर वेट करते थक जाते हैं सर। नेट का प्रॉब्लम होता है, कभी भी नेट डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाता है सर। और एक आपसे हाथ जोड़ के रिक्वेस्ट है, सबके उत्तर प्रश्न ले लीजिए सर, लास्ट में उत्तर दीजिए, क्योंकि कई कॉमन प्रश्न भी आते हैं सर। उससे क्या कि समय की बचत होगी और जो शेयर होल्डर ऑनलाइन में बैठे हुए हैं उनको भी बोरियत में नहीं महसूस होगी सर। ये आपसे हाथ जोड़ के रिक्वेस्ट है सर। और भगवान से फिर एक बार प्रार्थना करता हूँ, भगवान हमारे जैन साहब और जितने भी डायरेक्टर हैं उनकी फैमिली को सुरक्षित रखे, और ये फाइनेंशियल 2021 जो है उनके लिए हैप्पीनेस, वेलनेस, प्रोस्पेरिटी और सेफ्टी के साथ व्यतीत हो, ये मैं शुभकामना करता हूँ सर। और कल गणेश चतुर्थी की आप सभी को शुभकामना देता हूँ। भगवान ये गणेश चतुर्थी हमारे जीवन में दोबारा से प्रोस्पेरस है, गणेश बन के आए। जैसे गणेश जी अपने कहते हैं कि किसी भी अनुष्ठान में शुभ होते हैं, तो हमारी कंपनी के एनुअल जनरल मीटिंग के बाद में ये गणेश जी शुभ स्थान ग्रहण करे और कंपनी को हाई चौना पर, ये कहता हूँ सर। एक हाथ से रिक्वेस्ट है, ये वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस मीटिंग कंटिन्यूस रखिए सर। देखिए, मैं कलकत्ता से अपने दिल की भावना आपसे कर सकता हूँ, अगर ये फिजिकल मीटिंग तो नहीं कर सकता। ये है कि फ्यूचर में आप जब भी वीडियो फिजिकल मीटिंग करते हैं सर, तो 15 से 20 मिनट का एक अलग सेशन रखिए, या मीटिंग के बाद या मीटिंग में, जिससे पूरे इंडिया में जो शेयर होल्डर है या फॉरेन में जो शेयर होल्डर है वो आपसे बात करें। जय हिंद, जय भारत। समय देने के लिए आप सभी की लंबी उम्र हो, भगवान आप सभी को सुरक्षित रखे। जय हिंद, जय भारत। नमस्कार सर।
आप साहब बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, और आपने जिस तरह से कंपनी को सपोर्ट किया है हम बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देते हैं। आपने कुछ सजेशन दिए हैं, कुछ प्रश्न भी किए हैं, तो सजेशन हमने नोट कर लिए हैं। प्रश्न का जवाब मैं कुछ कवर करूंगा। जैसे कैपेक्स के बारे में आपने पूछा, तो पिछले साल हमारा कैपेक्स करीब 7,000 करोड़ हुआ था, और इस साल का हमारा टारगेट 7,100 करोड़ का है। अगले साल में भी हम इसको बढ़ा करके अगले 3 साल में 10,000 करोड़ तक पहुंचाने का हमारा टारगेट है पर ईयर। तो आपकी कंपनी एक ग्रोइंग कंपनी है। मेजर पाइपलाइन में असेट्स में हम अपने कैपेक्स को यूज कर रहे हैं, और मेजर जगदीशपुर हल्दिया का जो बचा हुआ पोर्शन है वो कंप्लीट करेंगे। मुंबई नागपुर झारसुगुड़ा पे हम काम शुरू कर रहे हैं, और अंगुल सिरकाकुलम पाइपलाइन, कोची कोटनाड पाइपलाइन और 2 पेट्रोकेमिकल प्लांट, इन सब पे आपका कैपेक्स यूटिलाइज होगा, जो अभी 7,100 करोड़ की रेंज में हमने इस बार टारगेट किया है। और हमें पूरी उम्मीद है कि पिछले साल जैसे कोविड के टाइम में भी हम अपने कैपेक्स को अचीव कर पाए, इस साल भी अचीव कर पाएंगे। जहाँ तक रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग का सवाल है, अपने सभी साइट्स पे हमने इनका प्रोविजन किया हुआ है और जहाँ जहाँ भी जिस जिस बिल्डिंग में संभव है हमने सभी जगह इसको लगा दिया है, सारी मेजर साइट्स पे। ये आपको जानकर खुशी होगी। जहाँ तक रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी के बारे में आपने पूछा, मैं आपको यही बताना चाहूंगा कि गैस बेस्ड इकोनॉमी और रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी दोनों हैंड इन हैंड चलती हैं। हम दोनों में ही काम कर रहे हैं। हमारा कोर एरिया में ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में पाइपलाइन लेइंग एज वेल एज गैस मार्केटिंग है जिस पे हम काम कर रहे हैं, और अपनी कंपनी को फ्यूचर से अलाइन रखते हुए हम रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी में भी एक्वायर करने या नई बिड में हमेशा बिडिंग कर रहे हैं और हमें जल्दी उम्मीद है कि अपने पोर्टफोलियो को हम काफी बढ़ा पाएंगे। आपने जो वैक्सीन्स के बारे में पूछा, आपको ये जानकर खुशी होगी कि अपनी कंपनी ने न सिर्फ केवल अपने एम्प्लॉयज बट आल्सो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एम्प्लॉयज और जितने भी स्टेक होल्डर थे उनके लिए कम से कम नहीं तो 30 से 35 कैंप का आयोजन किया है जगह जगह अलग अलग लोकेशंस पे। और आज की डेट में हमारे एम्प्लॉयज और उनके परिवारजन मिला के मोर देन 90% हैव बीन टेकन बोथ दी वैक्सीन्स। और बाकी भी जो नहीं लिए हैं उनका यह है टेक्निकल रीजन कि जिनको मई जून में कोविड हुआ था उनका अभी टाइम पीरियड पूरा नहीं हुआ है, तो वो भी जैसे जैसे टाइम पीरियड पूरा हो रहा है वो सेकेंड डोज ले लेंगे। तो मैं आपको आश्वस्त करना चाहूंगा कि हमारी कंपनी इस पे बहुत ही एग्रेसिव है और ये हमने मई के एंड से ही सारे कैंप शुरू कर दिए थे। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. The next speaker shareholder is Shri Shivam Bajaj. Sir, kindly unmute your audio and switch on the webcam.
Hello.
बताइए शिवम जी।
Yeah, am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Is my video visible?
Sir, you're not visible, sir.
आपने म्यूट कर रखा है वीडियो।
एक second, I'll just switch it off. Yeah. Am I visible now?
Yes.
Yeah, Shivam, you are visible.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. First of all, congratulations on all the awards and accolades the company has gained in your leadership, Manoj, sir. And I've been listening patiently through all the speaker shareholders. I completely agree with the point of H.S. Patel, madam. So I would not like to repeat my questions since I respect the time of others as well. Only one thing I would like to repeat it, sir. How is the company thinking about giving bonuses again? Because I have seen that company has a tremendous track record of giving bonuses on a 3-year back-to-back basis. So this is my question. I would like to receive a response. And sir, also, I completely appreciate your efforts, Manoj sir, that you answer to all the queries of the shareholders side by side on immediately after the questions. In what others meetings I've seen is they answer it at the end, but your efforts at answering at the same time is really commendable and appreciable. I would request my question on bonuses to be answered. Thank you so much. And again, I am a very proud investor for Gail. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shivam. We really appreciate your support, which all the shareholders are providing to our company. Just regarding bonus, definitely whenever the opportunity will arise, we will look for bonus for all the shareholders. As per the DPAM guidelines, which we follow and which is the binding on Gail, the issuance of bonus share is required when the defined reserves and surplus is more than 10 times of its paid up equity share capital. And as of now, it is around 8.8 times after the last bonus. So as soon as this 8.8 crosses the 10 times, definitely we will consider, and within the board we'll take a view. And what I would also support that since market capitalization, in any case, we have been performing well and is significantly improved after the COVID pandemic. Even without bonus, I think that we are not disappointing you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. The next speaker shareholder is Shri MC Dwivedi. Sir, please unmute your audio and switch on the webcam.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Respected Chairman and Managing Director all the directors of Gail and all the members. Very good afternoon, sir. First of all, I am very much thankful to Gail for considering as a speaker shareholder. I would like to congratulate sir for the performance of company in spite of ongoing pandemic. And I would like to sir thank to Gail management for making payment of 50% dividend during the financial year. I congratulate sir Gail management for the digitization efforts and initiative taken by Gail management, sir. Sir, I also congratulate for the nil CAG report in continuous years. Sir, my question is, what are the steps taken by the Gail management to support the nation during this COVID-19 pandemic, sir?
Thank you, Dwivedi. As you all might have read in the annual report also, during the COVID-19 pandemic, your company, along with all other PSUs, has joined hands with the government to provide support to all the people in distress. First of all, let me share that around 50 crore was put in PM CARES. Even the employees have donated a salary of 3.8 crore rupees in the PM CARES. Despite, and in addition to that, around not less than 30 to 40 crore rupees at different sites, we have distributed masks, sanitizers, and also the required medical equipments which are required in the district hospitals to combat this pandemic. These are the normal things which probably everyone is doing, and we are also lucky that we got this opportunity to support our fellow national colleagues. Apart from this, I would like to tell you 2-3 important things that when during the second wave, country was facing acute shortage of liquid oxygen. That time your company has embarked upon bringing the liquid oxygen from the various countries, and we have hired containers from Singapore as well as Qatar, and then we have got it transported through our Air Force as well as Navy, and then we have brought those liquid oxygen along with IOC has played a major role. Your company was also involved. So we have ensured that these liquid oxygen at the time of immediate need was brought through these countries for the country when it was needed most. Apart from this, looking into the shortage of liquid oxygen, your company has put PSA oxygen plant in 12 districts of the country, and total in all oil and gas PSUs have put PSA plants in around 101 districts of the country, and all of them have been installed by 15th of August, and now they are working. So this is another aspect that we have prepared our country for the third wave if any time it can come out. Apart from this, your company has also been part of an oxygen concentrated campaign, and we have contributed in purchasing 1 lakh oxygen concentrated all through the PSUs of oil and gas sector, as well as oxygen cylinders. Also, your company has purchased 25,000 in numbers on behalf of oil and gas PSUs. So definitely, as and when we get the opportunity and whatever is within our resources, we are trying and we will continue to try for the country. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The next speaker shareholder is Mrs. Urmila Jain. Madam, please unmute your audio and please come on the screen.
सर मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
चेयरमैन सर, मैं उर्मिला जैन. चेयरमैन सर नमस्कार, बाकी सबको मेरा नमस्कार. सर आपकी स्पीच सुनकर बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. आपने जो मेहनत और लगन से कंपनी को नई ऊंचाई तक पहुंचाया है, उससे शेयर होल्डर का भरोसा और बढ़ गया है. सर हमारी कंपनी ने 2017 में, 2018 में और 2019 में लगातार बोनस देकर सभी इन्वेस्टर को खुश किया है और 2021 में कंपनी ने बायबैक भी किया है, साथ ही साथ 2 बार इंटरिम डिविडेंड भी दिया है। ये काफी सराहनीय की बात है। सर, CSR के तहत हमारी कंपनी बहुत बढ़ चढ़कर काम कर रही है, जैसे एजुकेशन, हेल्थ, स्किल डेवलपमेंट में, और कोविड-19 में कंपनी ने PM फंड में करोड़ों रुपए का दान दिया है और हर तरह की मेडिकल सामग्री जैसे ऑक्सीजन सिलेंडर, टैंकर आदि देश की जनता को निःशुल्क उपलब्ध कराया है। सर, प्रधानमंत्री जी का डिजिटल इंडिया एंड मेकिंग इंडिया और अन्य योजनाओं को सफल बनाने में आपका बड़ा योगदान रहा है। सर, हमारा सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहा है। मैं सेक्रेटरी डिपार्टमेंट का बहुत बहुत आभार प्रकट करती हूँ, जिन्होंने मुझे VC के माध्यम से बोलने का अवसर प्रदान किया है। सर, ये बड़ी खुशी की बात है कि आज हमारी कंपनी भारत में गैस सेक्टर में नंबर 1 पर है। गेल सर, आज हमारी कंपनी दिन दुगनी रात चौगनी तरक्की कर रही है। ये सब हमारे मैनेजमेंट, चेयरमैन, सभी स्टाफ की मेहनत का नतीजा है। मैं आशा करती हूँ कि इसी प्रकार कंपनी आगे बढ़ती रहे और आप सब लोग स्वस्थ रहें। आज भी हम आपके साथ हैं, कल भी साथ रहेंगे। इन्हीं शुभकामनाओं के साथ अपने शब्दों को मैं विराम देती हूँ। धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद मैडम, आपके जो ये शब्द हैं यही हमको आगे बढ़ने की प्रेरणा देते हैं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. The next speaker shareholder is Shri Chetan Chadha. Sir, please unmute your audio and come on the screen.
Can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you giving me the opportunity on this portal. मैं सभी के सभी सदस्यगण और अपने शेयर होल्डर भाइयों का इस AOVM माध्यम पे बहुत ही स्वागत करता हूं, जिन्होंने मुझे इस माध्यम पे आपके साथ जुड़ने का मौका दिया। चेयरमैन सर, मैं सबसे पहले तो आपकी तारीफें काफ़ी हो चुकी हैं। आपके सामने कुछ पॉइंट्स और व्यूज़ रखना चाहता हूं अपने सेक्रेटेरियल डिपार्टमेंट का। बहुत ही इस बात के लिए मैं मतलब उनसे नाराजगी जाहिर करना चाहता हूं कि अगर उन्होंने किसी भी स्पीकर शेयर होल्डर को रजिस्टर किया है तो उन्होंने सिर्फ ईमेल भेज के अपना कार्यक्रम जो है ख़त्म कर लिया। उन्होंने ना तो उस ईमेल के माध्यम पर यह बताया गया है कि शेयर होल्डर के लिए उसका स्पीकर नंबर कितना है, जो कि सेक्रेटेरियल डिपार्टमेंट का एक उत्तरदायित्व बनता है कि वो अपने शेयर होल्डर को ये बात उचित तौर पे बताए कि उसका स्पीकर नंबर कितना है। दूसरी बात सर, मैं आज की डेट में पिछले हम अगर देखें तो 2 साल के इस दौर के अंदर, ये जब से कोरोना महामारी आई है और हम AOVM माध्यम पे आ गए हैं, सबसे बढ़िया बात है अगर हम अन्य कंपनियों के बारे में देखें तो हमारी जो कंपनी है मेरे ख्याल से बहुत ही स्लो डाउन की तरफ जा रही है। हमारे जो रिजल्ट है 2019 के बाद ऑलमोस्ट डाउन की तरफ है। मुझे नहीं समझ आ रहा कि जो हमारे से पूर्व आपकी जैन बिरादरी के जो सदस्य हैं वो काफी खुश और उत्साहित क्यों थे। जहाँ तक कि हम अपनी डिविडेंड की पॉलिसी के बारे में देखते हैं तो डिविडेंड भी हमने साल दर साल काफी कम किया है। हमारा सिर्फ 2.5 रुपए शेयर डिविडेंड रह गया है। और जहाँ तक मैं अपने 2020 के शेयर प्राइस की बात करता हूँ तो लाइफ टाइम पिछले 22 साल के शेयर होल्डिंग पैटर्न के अंदर हमारे शेयर ने इसी साल 61 रुपए का जो लो है वो इसी साल छुआ है। इसके लिए भी बोर्ड ही मेरे हिसाब से उत्तरदायित्व है, उनको इस बात की भी अपने बारे में जो है इस बात के बारे में ध्यान रखना चाहिए कि शेयर होल्डर की जो वैल्यूएशन है जो पहले 400 से 500 रुपए में घूमती थी, सिर्फ आपकी इसी जो मेरे हिसाब से नाकामियत कह सकते हैं उसके ऊपर आप लोगों ने इस साल हमारे शेयर ने 61 रुपए का जो है रेट को टच किया है और हमारे 2.5 रुपए का जो डिविडेंड है वो बहुत ही पुअर है मेरे हिसाब से। तो हमारे को कम से कम जो पहले डिविडेंड मिलता आ रहा है 6 रुपए 7 रुपए, हम उस पर भी स्टेबल नहीं कर पा रहे हैं। मॉडरेटर जी जो हैं, मैं उनसे भी रिक्वेस्ट करता हूं कि वो जो शेयर होल्डर अपनी बात रखना चाहते हैं उन्हें जो है कहने का पूरा टाइम दे। 2 मिनट का समय वाकई बहुत कम है। हम 1 साल तक इस AGM के आने का इंतजार करते हैं और इसके बाद जब आप हमें टाइम की लिमिटेशन दे देते हैं, इस AGM का मतलब मेरे को नहीं समझ आता कि हमारा सेक्रेटरियल डिपार्टमेंट इस AGM को किस रूप में लेता है। AGM का मतलब है जो शेयर होल्डर अपने भाव व्यक्त आप लोगों के साथ शेयर करके और अपने जो भी व्यूज उसमें इंप्रूवमेंट करने के लिए देना चाहता है उसको रजिस्टर कर सकता है। शेयर होल्डर डिपार्टमेंट में यदि आप अपनी स्पीकर के लिए रिक्वेस्ट भेज देते हैं, यानी कोई भी शेयर होल्डर भेज देता है, तो आपकी तरफ से एक ऐसी मेल आ जाती है कि हम सिर्फ इस फ्रॉम टू 2 दिन के टाइम की डेट के अंदर या 3 मतलब ऑलमोस्ट वो 2 दिन का टाइम है, क्योंकि 10 to 5 का टाइम है, तो अगर हम नजरिए से देखेंगे तो सिर्फ 48 घंटे का टाइम दे रहे हैं। जबकि आज AOVM पोर्टल पे ऑनलाइन माध्यम के ऊपर हमें इतना सतर्क और इतना सचेत होना चाहिए। हमारे पास इतना अगर अच्छा बोर्ड है तो सेक्रेटेरियल डिपार्टमेंट जो है कछुए की चाल की तरह कार्य क्यों कर रहा है? हमें 48 आवर्स तक कभी भी एनी टाइम, जब से हमने तो आपको कभी नहीं कहा कि आपने 21 दिन पहले की जगह 23 दिन पहले मेल भेज दी अपनी स्पीकर अपनी एनुअल रिपोर्ट की। अगर आप अपनी ऑन टाइम एनुअल रिपोर्ट भेज सकते हैं तो हम भी अकॉर्डिंग टू अपनी अवेलेबिलिटी के हिसाब से अपनी स्पीकर के लिए मेल भेज सकते हैं। इस बात के लिए सेक्रेटरियल डिपार्टमेंट के लिए बहुत ही शर्मनाक बात है जिन्होंने सभी शेयर होल्डर को बांध के रखा कि हम इस डेट के अलावा आपकी स्पीकर की जो मेल है वो नहीं रजिस्टर करेंगे। मेरे हिसाब से ये सख्त एक्शन का कार्यक्रम होना चाहिए। जहां तक मैं आपकी बायबैक की जो बात करता हूं, तो आप लोगों ने सिर्फ 2021 के अंदर 1274 करोड़ रुपए की बायबैक शेयर मनी के ऊपर स्पेंड किए हैं, जो कि हमारे अगर हम एम्प्लॉय रिम्यूनरेशन देखेंगे तो 1531 करोड़ रुपए की हमारी एम्प्लॉय रेम्यूनरेशन है। उसका भी ऑलमोस्ट 20 to 25% अमाउंट हम लोगों ने बहुत ही कम है। इसके लिए अगर हम अपने आप को बहुत शाबाशी दें तो ये बहुत बढ़िया बात नहीं है। जहां तक हम अपनी कैपेक्स की बात करते हैं, जब हमारी 7000 करोड़ रुपए की मैन्युफैक्चर्ड कैपिटल है, उसके अंदर सिर्फ और सिर्फ हमारी 65 करोड़ रुपए की स्पेंड ऑन एनर्जी मैनेजमेंट है सर, ऑन दी पेज नंबर 34। अगर आप इस बात को देखेंगे तो जहां तक मैं अपनी R&D सेक्टर के ऊपर बात करता हूं, तो आप पिछले सालों तक 20 करोड़ रुपए खर्च कर रहे थे, जो कि आपने इस साल में उसको और 15% घटा के 17 करोड़ रुपए कर दिया है। जबकि हमारे को आज की डेट में R&D सेक्टर को हमारा स्ट्रांग होना बहुत जरूरी है। जहां तक मैं सर आपकी 35 पेज नंबर पे बात करता हूं, जहां तक मार्केट कैपिटलाइजेशन की बात करते हैं, वहां 60,189 हो गई है हमारी, जबकि लास्ट ईयर 34,480 थी। इसके बावजूद भी हमारी जो प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी को देखें तो पेज नंबर आपका दिया 37 के ऊपर आपने जो दिखाया है कि FY 19 के अंदर हमारी जो प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी थी 9,085 करोड़ से घट के 6386 करोड़ रुपए रह गई, ऑलमोस्ट 33% की जो 30
समय की पाबंदी को ध्यान में रखते हुए कृपया
मैडम आपकी पाबंदी मैं समझ सकता हूं, लेकिन दिस इज द AGM पोर्टल और AGM में का मतलब होता है आज की डेट में आने जाने के लिए भी बोर्ड को 1 घंटा आना और 1 घंटा जाना लग जाता था। उसकी भी अवेलेबिलिटी इस AGM के अंदर देख रहे हैं। मैं आपकी AGM में 11:30 बजे से लॉग इन हूँ और 12:52 हो गए हैं। 1 घंटा 32 मिनट से मैं आपकी वेटिंग कर रहा हूँ, इसलिए नहीं कि मैं आपसे कोई अपने व्यूज शेयर ना कर सकूं, इसीलिए मैंने आपके साथ AGM ज्वाइन करी है कि मैं आपकी AGM में अपने सारे व्यूज रख सकूं और मैनेजमेंट की जो तारीफें हो रही हैं उस तारीफों को दिखाऊं कि आईने की तरह की मैनेजमेंट किस तरीके की वर्किंग कर रही है आज की डेट के अंदर। जहां तक हमारी आपने जो अपनी ग्रॉस मार्जिन रख लिया है, उस ग्रॉस मार्जिन को जबकि इतना इम्पैक्ट नहीं हुआ है, FY 19 में 10,774 करोड़ था और इस साल हमारा घट के 8450 करोड़ हुआ है, ऑलमोस्ट 20% का डेप्रिसिएशन हुआ है। लेकिन जब हम डिविडेंड देखते हैं तो डिविडेंड के अंदर हमारा जो ग्रोथ माइनस है वो आपने 60 to 70% कर दिया है। 6 रुपए से सीधा माइनस करके 2.5 रुपए पे ले आए हैं आप। जहां तक इंटरम डिविडेंड की बात करते हैं तो पहले भी हमारा इंटरम डिविडेंड 3 रुपए से लेके 4 रुपए मिलता था, जो इस साल वो भी घट के 2.5 रुपए ही मिला है। इसके लिए मैनेजमेंट मेरे को नहीं लगता किसी भी तरीके से तारीफ के काबिल है। जहां तक मैं कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी की बात करता हूं, तो जो टोटल रेवेन्यू का इस साल आप लोगों ने खर्च किया है वो 3% से 8% तक खर्च किया है, जो कि शेयर होल्डर के मायने में भी बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपेंडिचर है। उसके बारे में आप देखें कि किस तरीके से इसको रोक सकते हैं। जहां तक मैं टॉप 10 ग्लोबल LNG पोर्टफोलियो की बात करता हूं और आप इसमें अपने आप को नवरत्न गिनते हैं, उसके बावजूद भी सेक्रेटेरियल डिपार्टमेंट का इस तरीके का बिहेवियर और इस तरीके की जो कार्य क्षमता है, आई थिंक ये सोचने लायक है कि इनको मिस्टर झा को सेक्रेटेरियल डिपार्टमेंट में रहने के लिए किस तरीके की आज की डेट में कछुए की नहीं खरगोश की चाल चलनी होगी। और हमें अपने साथ तेजी से माध्यम से जब हम नवरत्न कंपनियों की गिनती में आते हैं तो हमें इस तरीके की एक अच्छी सी पैटर्न रखनी पड़ेगी और शेयर होल्डर के साथ इको फ्रेंडली रहना पड़ेगा। हमें उनके साथ कोई लॉकिंग पीरियड्स और बाउंडेशंस नहीं लगानी है, उन्हें अपने साथ रखना है, उनके व्यूज को लेके रखना है, कभी उनके साथ कोई कम्युनिकेशन रखनी है। अगर कोई स्पीकर शेयर होल्डर रजिस्टर हो चुका है उसके क्या व्यूज है उन्हें जानने की कोशिश कभी इन्होंने नहीं की है। एक AGM का माध्यम होता है, अगर इसमें भी आपका जो मॉडरेटर है मुझे टाइम नहीं देगा, मुझे नहीं समझ आ रही सर कि मैं किस तरीके से अपने व्यूज को, मेरे पास पॉइंट की बहुत लंबी लिस्ट है, और मेरे को लगता है कि ये टाइम के अकॉर्डिंगली मुझे नहीं बोलने दिया जाएगा। इसी के साथ मैं अपनी बात को खत्म यही करता हूँ। इतने में भी आप मुझे पॉइंट्स को क्लियर करेंगे तो मैं थोड़ा समझ पाऊंगा कि किस तरीके की बोर्ड काम करने की कोशिश कर रहा है। और आने वाले समय में जो हमारे शेयर का प्राइस आज 130-140 रुपए घूम रहा है, वो जो पिछले रेटों में 400-500 चलता था, मैं भी कब से खरीद के बैठा हूँ और मेरी आज पेशेंस और 2008 से 13 साल हो गए हैं। 14 साल में सर श्री रामचंद्र जी का वनवास खत्म हो गया था। मुझे नहीं लग रहा कि श्री रामचंद्र जी का वनवास खत्म
आपकी
हो गया।
भावनाएं हमने समझ ली हैं। अब आप मैं कुछ रिस्पॉन्ड देना चाहूंगा। पहले तो बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आपने जो है सही कहा कि आप आईना दिखाने वाला भी कोई होना चाहिए। तो ये बहुत अच्छी बात है कि अगर कुछ कमियां हमसे रह गई हैं तो आप हमें बताएं ताकि अगली बार हम उसमें सुधार कर सकें। कुछ चीजें जो मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगा, जहां तक आपने स्पीकर नंबर का प्रश्न उठाया, तो हम देख लेते हैं अगले साल से इसको कैसे इनकॉर्पोरेट कर सकते हैं। जरूर इसमें प्रयास करेंगे कि आपको स्पीकर नंबर भी अगर हम दे पाएंगे तो जरूर ये बहुत अच्छा चीज होगा। वी विल ट्राई टू डू इट। दूसरा, आपने जो इसके बारे में बोला है कि आपका स्लो डाउन हो रहा है, तो इसमें मैं 2-3 पॉइंट आपके बताऊंगा कि आपने जैसे डिविडेंड बताया, तो टोटल डिविडेंड ₹2.5 जो आप बोल रहे थे, शायद वो एक इंट्रीम की बात कर रहे थे। 2 इंट्रीम 2.5 के देने से टोटल वाज ₹5, और जो कि पिछले सालों में हमने ₹6 तक दिया है। तो देर इज नॉट ए सिग्निफिकेंट डिफरेंस। जैसा कि प्रॉफिट में 10 से 20% की कमी आई है, उसी रेशियो में ये हमारे डिविडेंड में भी कमी आई है। तो उससे ज्यादा कुछ नहीं है। और उसके अलावा एक एडिशनल चीज जो हमने बाईबैक की थी, तो उससे हमने मेकअप करने की कोशिश की है। इसके अलावा जैसे आपने बोला कि 350-400 तक शेयर जाता था, बट आप तो काफी इन्फॉर्म्ड शेयर होल्डर हैं, तो ये आपकी नॉलेज में शायद होगा ही कि जो बोनस देते हैं तो शेयर होल्डर जब हम 1 का 2 करते हैं तो उसी हिसाब से उसकी शेयर की वैल्यू कम हो जाती है, बट टोटल इफेक्टिव वैल्यू उतनी ही रहती है। नंबर ऑफ शेयर जितने बढ़ जाते हैं उस हिसाब से। तो फ्रॉम दैट पर्सपेक्टिव कि अगर आप देखेंगे तो आज भी अगर ₹150 का शेयर है तो उसकी उस जमाने की वैल्यू 300 से ऊपर ही है। तो बट डेफिनेटली हम कंटिन्यूस वर्क कर रहे हैं और करते रहेंगे ताकि ग्रोथ मिलती रहे और शेयर हमारा जो है परफॉर्म बेटर करता रहे। सिर्फ इतना ही मैं आपको कहना चाहूंगा कि अगर आप सेंसेक्स के और ऑयल एंड गैस का जो हमारा सेक्टोरल सेंसेक्स है, दोनों को आप कंपेयर करेंगे तो आपकी कंपनी ने बाकी कंपनियों के कंपैरिजन में, स्पेशली अदर पीएसयूज के कंपैरिजन में बेटर परफॉर्म किया है। ये नंबर आप आसानी से देख पाएंगे। मैं आपसे अनुरोध करूंगा आप इस पे जरा वर्क करें। कैपेक्स जैसा आपने बताया 7,000 करोड़ हमने किया है और उसको हम बढ़ा के 8, 9 और 10 तक ले जाना चाह रहे हैं अगले 3-3.5 साल में, क्योंकि ये एक ऐसा नंबर है जितना हम ग्रो करना चाहें उसके लिए आज इन्वेस्ट करेंगे तो आगे हमको ये रिजल्ट्स मिलेंगे। जहां तक आपका आपने बोला था कि जो आपका शेयर जो है बहुत ही पुअर है, तो आपने ये भी देखा होगा कि जब सारे शेयर ₹100 से नीचे चले गए थे, सबसे ज्यादा बाउंस बैक आपकी कंपनी के शेयर ने किया है। बाकी कोई भी शेयर उस लेवल तक अभी तक पहुंचा नहीं है। ये सब कंपनी के मैनेजमेंट, एम्प्लॉयज और आप सबका सपोर्ट सब मिलके एक साथ जब परफॉर्म किए हैं तो ये बाउंस बैक आया है। तो मैं सिर्फ इतना ही कहना चाहूंगा कि हमने अपने क्रिटिसिज्म को एक पॉजिटिव वे में लिया, हम और प्रयास करेंगे। बट आप निश्चिंत रहिए, हम पूरी तरह से आपकी कंपनी की ग्रोथ और उसकी वैल्यू को बढ़ाने में कंटिन्यूअस प्रयास करते रहेंगे। थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir. The next speaker shareholder is Shri Neeraj Rastogi. Sir, please unmute your audio and switch on the webcam.
Good afternoon, sir. Respected chairman, sir. Respected director, sir. Thank you for giving me an opportunity for raising my question. Sir, my question is, what is the expected timeline for completion of Jagdishpur, Haldia, Bokaro, Dharma pipeline project? And sir, tie-up of anchor customer for the same.
थैंक यू नीरज जी। जैसा कि आपको पता है कि जगदीशपुर, हल्दिया, बोकारो, धामरा पाइपलाइन वी आर एडवांसिंग as we have mentioned in the report, and the scheduled timeline was December 21. So we expect to complete the major portion of these pipelines by December 21 only. However, there are some issues in the West Bengal, and we are expecting some delays in the West Bengal part, where we find that around 500 kilometer length out of the total 3,300 kilometer length may get delayed, and where we are working along with the state government. Our ministry is also pursuing with the state government to get the right of use expeditiously, as well as the compensation part. So once these things are through, definitely we will speed up work there also. But other than that portion, we expect that major portion will be completed by December 21, and commissioning part and everything by March 22. Definitely will be in a position to supply gas to all our consumers other than West Bengal part. Apart from this, you asked about the tie-up of anchor customers. As you know, the anchor customers are primarily 3 or 4 major fertilizer plants, which is Gorakhpur, Sindri and Barauni of HURL. We have already provided connectivity to all the 3 plants. They are expected to take more than around 25% capacity of this pipeline. And Gorakhpur has started taking gas for their commissioning. And within a year time, we expect that Sindri and Barauni will also come online. Similarly, Matix plant in Durgapur has also been connected, and they have also started drawing gas from last month. So they have also come online. So with this, we expect that around 35 to 40% capacity utilization on account of these fertilizer plants alone will be coming within the next 1 year, this 1 year period. Apart from that, there are major refineries of Paradeep and Haldia and Barauni. These 3 are also going to be connected with your pipeline. So once these also get completed with their revamping, definitely these 3 pipelines are also expected to take around 30 to 40% load of this pipeline. So we expect that maybe in next 1 to 2 years, your pipeline will be running more than 70 to 80% of its capacity utilization. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The next speaker shareholder is Shri Bhupendra Singh Green. Sir, requested to please unmute your audio and switch on the camera.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
आवाज आ रही मेरी सर मैडम?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
चेयरमैन सर, मैं आपको बधाई देना चाहता हूं और सभी लोगों ने आपको बधाई दी है, तो इसमें मैं ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लूँगा। स्पेशली जो इस महामारी के टाइम कंपनी अपने अच्छे रिजल्ट ला सकी, इस बारे में आपको मुबारकबाद देता हूं। पर मैं साथ ही साथ आपसे ये अनुरोध करता हूं कि आपने जो एनुअल रिपोर्ट नहीं शेयर होल्डर्स को भेजी, ये हमें समझ में नहीं आ रहा है क्यों नहीं भेजी आपने, जबकि इसमें महामारी में भारत सरकार ने इसलिए बंद किया था ये एजीएम वगैरह इकट्ठी नहीं हो कि लोग शेयर होल्डर एक जगह इकट्ठे हो जाते थे, इसलिए उन्होंने इसका मना किया था। पर अब उसके बाद तो सारे डाकघर सारे ओपन हो चुके हैं सब पिछले साल से 1 साल से, और सारे डाक आ रही जा रही है। आपने शेयर होल्डर्स के पास एनुअल रिपोर्ट किस लिए नहीं भेजी? सिर्फ इसीलिए कि भाई काम आपका बढ़ रहा है और कोई कारण नहीं है। आपका सेक्रेटरीट डिपार्टमेंट यदि इस बारे में सेबी ने भी नहीं कहा होगा कि आप एनुअल रिपोर्ट से उसको ना भेजो। पूरे हिंदुस्तान में आपके शेयर होल्डर कम से कम 25,000 होंगे, उसमें से आज आपकी मीटिंग अटेंड करने के लिए कम से ज़्यादा 25 से ज़्यादा कोई लोग नहीं अटेंड कर रहे होंगे सिवाय आपके एम्प्लॉइज के, और जो एक्चुअल शेयर होल्डर है वो 20-25 ही अटेंड करते हैं। आप ये सोचिए कि आप जो एनुअल रिपोर्ट भेजते हैं पूरे हिंदुस्तान में हर एक शेयर होल्डर के हाथ में आती है, तो वो आपके पड़ती है, उससे आपका कंपनी का जो फ्यूचर ग्रोथ का सब पता चलता है। उसी हिसाब से शेयर मार्केट में हम लोग आपके या और किसी कंपनी के बारे में खरीदना बेचना करते हैं। इसलिए आप मेरे से आपसे अनुरोध है कि नेक्स्ट ईयर यदि इसमें हो तब भी आप शेयर होल्डर्स को, क्योंकि डाकघर सारे खुले हुए हैं, आप भेजिए, कम से कम आपकी पब्लिसिटी होगी। इसके साथ साथ दूसरा मेरा आपसे अनुरोध है आप कि जो इन्वेस्टर प्रोटेक्शन फंड में जो आपकी कंपनी के शेयर चले जा रहे हैं, ये इसलिए जा रहे हैं कि कंपनी सेक्रेटरी और अपने सेक्रेटरीट डिपार्टमेंट जो शेयर होल्डर्स को प्रॉपर टाइम से इंटीमेट नहीं करते। अब आपसे मेरा अनुरोध है, क्योंकि ये शेयर होल्डर के पास आपके शेयर के जो डिविडेंड है वो कई शेयर होल्डर्स तक पहुंचता ही नहीं, क्योंकि जो सिंपल डाक में आप भेजते हो, रजिस्टर्ड नहीं भेजते, और सिंपल डाक आजकल पोस्ट ऑफिस में उनके पास पोस्टमैन की इतनी कमी है तो कोई सिंपल डाक डिस्ट्रीब्यूट ही नहीं करता, तो लोगों के पास डिविडेंड आपके पहुंचते ही नहीं। जब 1-2 साल बेचारे नहीं पहुंचे तो उसमें शेयर होल्डर की क्या गलती है। पर आप पर्सनली मेरे आपसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप लोग सेबी को और कंपनी अफेयर्स को डिपार्टमेंट को ये लिखें कि जो छोटे शेयर होल्डर्स हैं कम से कम उनके शेयर्स, जिनके पास 100-50 शेयर्स हैं, उनके शेयर वहाँ ना जाए, क्योंकि डाकघर से उनको डिविडेंड नहीं मिलता और इस गलती में वो चले जाते हैं। और जो वहाँ से निकालने की प्रोसीजर है इतना कठिन है कि वहाँ से निकलते ही नहीं, निकाल नहीं सकते। आप इस बारे में भी लिखिए कि जो जेन्युइन शेयर होल्डर हैं उनके शेयर्स उनको कैसे जल्दी से जल्दी वापस मिले। अब दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट ने कई चीजें हटा दी है कि भाई पब्लिक को कोई दुखी ना हो पब्लिक। उसी तरह आप कंपनी से कॉर्पोरेट अफेयर्स को बताएं कि शेयर होल्डर जो जेन्युइन शेयर होल्डर छोटे शेयर होल्डर हैं उनके गलती से आपके पास चले गए शेयर, तो उनको कैसे जल्दी से जल्दी वापस दिया जाए। मैं आपसे एक और आपको इस बात की मुबारकबाद देता हूँ कि महामारी में आपने बहुत अच्छा काम किया। पर आपके पास एक मैं सजेशन देना चाहता हूँ कि इस महामारी का अब एक तरीके से अंत नहीं होगा या हमें उसके साथ साथ चलना पड़ेगा। इसलिए जो आप डाइवर्सिफिकेशन कर रहे हैं उस डाइवर्सिफिकेशन में आप ये प्रोजेक्ट रखें कि किसी वैक्सीन प्रोडक्शन के लिए कोई छोटा सा कारखाना हर एक इंडिया के हर एक कॉर्नर पर बनाए, जिसमें आप पूरा फाइनेंस करें। एक तरीके से ये आपके भी काम डाइवर्सिफिकेशन में फायदा होगा, कंपनी को भी फायदा होगा और पब्लिक को भी फायदा होगा। तो ये आप इस बारे में सोचें और इस बारे में आप आगे कार्रवाई करें, इस बारे में भी शेयर होल्डर्स को बताएं। मैं अंत में आपसे ये कहना चाहता हूं कि जो आप आज रेजुलेशन में एक पास कर रहे हैं कि जो ऑडिटर्स का, उसमें आप एक और लाइन लगा दें कि जो ऑडिटर्स हैं वो आपकी अपनी ऑडिट मार्च से लेकर जून के अंदर 3 महीने के अंदर अंदर कंप्लीट कर दे, जिससे कि आपकी एजीएम जल्दी हो और शेयर होल्डर्स के हाथ में डिविडेंड जल्दी पहुंचे। यदि आपका ऑडिट 30 जून तक हो जाता है तो आगे आप जल्दी से जल्दी कर सकते हैं। अब सितंबर में इतनी मीटिंगें होती है, ना हम आपकी अटेंड कर सकते हैं, ना बात देख सकते हैं, ना आपका इतना देर से डिविडेंड मिलना लोगों के लिए फायदेमंद है। शुक्रिया इसकी।
धन्यवाद साहब, आपके सजेशंस हमने नोट किए हैं। जहाँ तक फिजिकल एनुअल रिपोर्ट का सवाल है, जैसे अभी गाइडलाइन अगले साल के लिए एमसीए से आएगी, हम जरूर उस पर ध्यान देंगे और आपके जो सुझाव हैं इसको भी हम एमसीए को पहुंचा के ये चाहेंगे कि कुछ अगर प्रोविजन किया जा सके तो उस हिसाब से हम इसको इनकॉर्पोरेट करेंगे। जहाँ तक आपने बोला स्मॉल शेयर होल्डर्स के डिविडेंड का ध्यान रखने के लिए, इस पे हम जरूर अपने कंपनी सेक्रेटरीट के साथ बात करके कि किस तरह से इसको बेहतर बनाया जा सके ताकि आप डिविडेंड मिस ना करें, जरूर इस पे काम करेंगे। डाइवर्सिफिकेशन का आपने सजेशन दिया वो हमने नोट कर लिया है, इस पे हम अपना इंटरनली चर्चा करेंगे और जो भी इससे संबंधित निकल के आएगा उस पर हम काम करेंगे। ऑडिटर्स का सजेशन, हमारे ऑडिटर्स भी लाइन पे हैं, उन्होंने भी सुना है, हम भी कोशिश करेंगे जल्दी से जल्दी अगले साल इसको कंप्लीट किया जाए। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. The next speaker shareholder is Shri Harsh Pallav. Sir, you're requested to unmute your audio and switch on the camera.
Good afternoon to all the board members and to all my fellow shareholders. I am Harsh from New Delhi. First of all, at the outset, I would like to congratulate the entire Gail team for maintaining an uninterrupted gas supply to the nation even during this pandemic period. Sir, you have mentioned in your speech that the Capex incurred by Gail during the year FY 2020-21 is around 7,000 crores, which I can see from the integrated annual report is substantially higher than the last year's Capex of around 6,000 crores. In this regard, sir, you have also responded to other shareholders that the Capex projections for the next 3 years is around 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 crores. My question in this regard is, what is the focus area of Gail for this Capex investment in these years?
Thank you, Harsh. The focus area, as you know, our core strength is pipelines. So one of the focus area continues to remain the pipelines, which also contributes toward the gas-based economy and country's vision of one nation, one grid. So that is going to remain in the coming future till we complete the national gas grid. Totally in nation, we have got around 19,000 kilometers of pipeline which have been laid, and the national gas grid as envisaged is of around 35,000 kilometers of length. Out of this 19,000, your company has got 13,700 kilometers already laid, and we are working on around 8,000 kilometers more, and rest of the things will be done by other players. So this is continues to remain a focus area for your company. Apart from this, as we explained in my speech also, that the polyethylene portfolio is there for Gail in petrochemical, but polypropylene was not significant. So we are working on 2 polypropylene plants, one in Usar, Maharashtra, another is at Pata. So that also is going to contribute in the next 4 years for around 10,000 crores of Capex. Apart, so this is going to be another great area where the growth in the petrochemical market, we are seeing 10 to 12%. So it is going to be significantly beneficial for your company. Apart from this, we are also thinking of Capex in the new and renewable areas, which we have embarked upon as a new focus for the company for its future growth. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The next speaker shareholder is Shri Abhishek Kalra. So kindly unmute your audio and switch on the camera, please.
Can you hear me, sir? Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
So
Please proceed.
My name is Abhishek, shareholder of the company. My DP ID IN30167, client ID 41359155. First of all, I congratulate the management on the eve of annual general body meetings. I trust all is well with you and your family in this challenging situation.
So be loud.
Our company
Your voice is not.
Okay. Our company deserves much more respect than the current market cap after completing more than a decade of successful operations, profitability, dividend history, and becoming one of the strongest brand in our respective segment. So I do appreciate the management for the entire efforts to bring this company to this particular extent. We are in the 37th annual general body meeting now, and the company has given us excellent performance even during the pandemic time and rewarded the minority shareholders with great dividend. Sir, our company is creating history by declaring a good dividend to the minority investors. Sir, I would like to know how our business has been impacted in these past 2 years of this COVID time, and where you see the light in the end of the tunnel, and what will be the growth triggers in the first half and the second half. The coronavirus and the subsequent lockdowns have left virtually no industry untouched after the COVID. Any employees you have sacked, hired, salary cut, I would like to know from you, sir. Any salary cut taken by the management, and what are the cost cutting initiative done by the management? Sir, what are the steps taken by the management to reduce the other expenses, legal professional charges, and the audit fee? Sir, myself and my team are running a legal firm in the name and style of Seven Associate in Chennai. I request your good selves to kindly enroll our firm in the empanelment of the company, and we will be glad to extend. Then nothing much to ask, sir. Our best wishes to the company. Hope to see you in the physical AGM next year. We are in the 37th AGM now. For the past 2 years, we are forced to meet you virtually. I thank the company secretary and the entire team for conducting the AGM virtually and making this 37th annual general body meeting a grand success. I thank the management and the board of directors and wish you all prosperity in the coming future, sir. Thank you very much, and thank you for giving the opportunity, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Abhishek. The first query was regarding how the company's performance got affected during the COVID. So just to tell, in the 2021, the first quarter last year was almost washout in terms of profit, and the significant degrowth came from the CNG business, which was a vehicular business. So that since there were lockdowns, so that business was not performing, and it was around 20% of the normal business. But other than that, your company has been able to perform for all the industries which were running, especially the fertilizer plants. But the small industries were closed down. But after the first quarter washout, your company has bounced back because of the customers. They have come back. So by the time we reached to the third and fourth quarter, we were back to normal business. So overall, year-wise, there was an impact of around 5 to 10%. But if you leave quarter one, then there was actually no impact other than the quarter one. This year also, the quarter one, the April month and May mid was a little setback because of the second wave. But other than that, we have been performing good for all the segments. Only the CNG vehicle segment was not performing well during that COVID, but we have come back. I can tell you we are now better than what was last year. We are also better than last year. So as far as COVID impact is there, it is almost completely has been nullified and we are on a growth path again. So definitely your company has sustained the ill effects of the COVID and now come out of it. So we expect that now onwards, our growth will be better than the last year and last year, especially the gas sector. Regarding salary cut you asked, so I can tell you the in line with the government directive also, we have our DA which was frozen. So that DA was frozen for around a year as was for all these public sector companies. Regarding cost cutting measures, definitely we have worked on this. And I can tell you around 10 to 12% reduction in cost has been done by the company during last 1 year, which in terms of, if you remove the purchase cost, then around maybe 7,000 is total expenditure, and out of it around 600 to 800 crore in that range we are saving money. And now this is a continuous process. Whatever improvements we have done in terms of technical efficiency improvement, in terms of saving on expenses on travel, on the, even if you take the example of both the AGMs, we have substantially reduced the cost. It's in more than 50 lakhs or some this order we have been able to save. So total 600 to 800 crores last year we had cost cutting measures which have done. And this is despite the fact that we are now growing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I thank the entire board for your sincere efforts, sir. Thank you for the respect.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. All the registered speaker shareholders have shared their observations. Over to you, Chairman, sir.
Thank you. We have received response, queries, and compliments from many members on emails who could not join this meeting. We acknowledge their sentiments and thank them for their continued relationship and support. In case of any of the registered speakers could not join or speak due to technical reasons or queries raised during this meeting have remained unanswered, the queries may be sent to the company through email. The same shall be responded suitably. The e-voting facility will remain open for the next 15 minutes to enable the members to cast their vote who could not vote through remote e-voting. The results would be announced within 2 working days of the conclusion of the meeting. The same would be intimated to the stock exchanges and uploaded on the website of the company and CDSL. I would now request Director of Finance to offer vote of thanks to all the participants of the AGM. Thank you.
I'm honored to take this opportunity to offer vote of thanks at 37th Annual General Meeting of the company. I convey my sincere thanks to Chairman and all the directors on the board of Gail. I would like to express my gratitude to our valued shareholders and Shri Rakesh Mishra, Under Secretary, the authorized representative of the President of India, for their continued support and the trust which they have reposed in the management. We look forward to a better future and further growth of the company in the times ahead. Finally, I am grateful to Gail's team and the organizer who worked with dedication in successfully organizing and managing this event. Thank you very much for your participation.
Thank you. With this, we conclude the 37th AGM of Gail. Thank you.